Hello, this is Professor Strada. The purpose of this lecture is to review Chapter 3 of Excel in the book Microsoft Office 2010 Introductory Shelley Cashman series. In this project, we're going to be creating a worksheet that will include formulas and calculations, and it will also include a chart that will reflect the data that we have in the worksheet, and that chart is going to be modified to make it look pretty. We're also going to be introducing different functions and features that allows us to have Excel help us in making decisions. Those are called the what-if analysis. Also, we're going to be looking at something called absolute referencing. Now, what we need to do is to go to cell A8, and in here we're going to type in the worksheet title, which is Modern Music Shops, and then press enter. And now we're going to put a subtitle, 6-month financial projection, then press enter. And then we're going to type in the list of the months starting from July. So we're going to go to cell B10, and we're going to type in the word July in here. Okay, click the check mark, stay in the same cell. Now we want to have the word July show inside that cell at a 45-degree angle. To do that, we're going to go into the number formatting, the number launcher. Okay, I can point and click right here. Let me close that. I can also do it from the keyboard by pressing Control 1. That brings up the same screen. And what we're going to do right now is to go to alignment, and right now it says that it's aligned against the bottom. We have the orientation right here. I'm going to change the degrees in here to 45. I'm going to point at the symbol in here, and then as I click and drag, I go up, and it's telling me how many degrees I have reached. Now I let go and I click OK. So now I see that my text in here is showing at a 45-degree angle. I could also have done the same by using right here in the alignment this one that allows me to change the orientation. So let me undo what I just did, and I just did it by pressing Control Z. And now if I go right here, okay, my screen got moved. Let me put it back. If I go to orientation and I click the little arrow to the right, I could say angle counterclockwise, and that's going to give me a 45-degree orientation. Now Excel has a whole bunch of built-in shortcuts. One of those shortcuts has to do with the fact that if you type the name of one of the months and then you use the data fill, you can then copy the months over. So right here I have July. I'm going to grab this little dot right here, click and extend it down, and as I go over to the right, now it shows August, September, October, November, December. Let go, and it's already done for us. Now the same thing that I just did with the months, okay, and I'm going to do this on a separate worksheet. I'm going to go to sheet 2, and I'm going to click anywhere in here. If I had typed in the day of the week, Monday, okay, and I wanted to copy Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on, I'm going to do it, grabbing it and going downwards. Okay, I could do it going sideways or in any direction. So I'm going to point, click, and drag, and notice that now it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on. Okay, let me undo this, undo that, and let me go back to the first worksheet. Now let me go to cell H10, and I'm going to type in total. Okay, and I'm going to go to the next cell to the right, so I'm going to press tab. Now notice that it maintained the formatting that I had before. That's another built-in shortcut in Excel. It looks to see what formatting has already been used, and it basically copies that formatting to the next few cells that are attached to that sequence. So now I'm going to put in here chart. Let me just go back a little bit in here. Let me go back to some of the shortcuts that Excel makes available to you, so that you don't have to be typing things that could be fairly redundant. So for instance, I'm going to go back to the second worksheet. If I need to type a sequence of numbers, okay, so let's say I need to go 100, 90, 80, and so on. Well, if I do the following, if I type in 100, okay, and I hit enter, and I try to copy this, Excel is not going to know what is the incremental or decreasing sequence that I want to have for my sequence of numbers. So whenever you want to have Excel do a sequence of numbers for you, what you're going to need to do is to tell Excel the first two numbers in the sequence. So if I go here and I type in 90, okay, hit enter, now I have the two first numbers in the sequence. Now if I grab here and I copy this down, it's going to copy 90, 90, 90, 90, 90 all throughout. Look, okay, that's not what I want. So whenever you want to have Excel continue a sequence, you need to select the first two numbers in the sequence, the way I'm doing right now. Once Excel sees the first two numbers in the sequence, it will then continue that sequence down. Okay, you can also do it going up, okay, and in any type of sequence. So if I want to go by threes, okay, I can go 0 and then 3, and then I select 0, 3, and I continue this, and I get 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, now similar to this is when you write dates. Okay, so for instance, let's say I type a date. I write 01 slash 15 slash 2011. So I wrote a date January 15, 2011. Now if I want to continue this sequence, okay, the 16, the 17, and so on, I click here, I grab, and I extend it down, and Excel keeps track of how many days there is in a month. Okay, so I'm actually going to go, okay, beyond. Okay, so now notice that now the numbers do not show because there's not enough room in here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to select columns F through V, and I'm going to double click anywhere in there. So notice that now as I got to January 30th, then it went 31st, and then it jumped to the 1st of February. So Excel knows how to keep track of dates. Now if I wanted to put just the first of each month, so if I go in here and I go January 1st, 2011, and then I put in here, okay, February 1st, 2011. If I grab this sequence, notice that I'm selecting the two, and I grab this and I continue, I should get the first of each month. Okay, so all these little shortcuts are built into Excel. Another shortcut has to do with if you type in text and then a number, okay, like I'm going to type in here student 1. If I click the check mark in here and I want to continue this sequence as student 2, 3, 4, 5, if I grab the little dot and go down, notice that it copies the same text but the sequence increases. Okay, the word quarter is also recognized to be 4 quarters. So if I type in quarter 1, okay, and then I extend this over, it doesn't go beyond quarter 4, it starts again as quarter 1. Okay, so all these shortcuts are built into Excel. Now I'm going to get rid of this whole worksheet right here. So I'm going to select the whole worksheet. Okay, and I'm going to clear everything here. So clear all. Alright, and now I go back to sheet 1.